Hi. So it's been a long, long time since I last recorded, and I think it was over a year ago. And so I am recording. You see it. You can see probably here how I am recording. So it's really hard. The window is right here in front of me, and then this is the back of the hotel room. But anyhow, so first of all, I just wanted to clarify something, and I think that I have done or have said this before so many times, but if you go back to my TikTok account and check out the videos, by the way, from the very beginning, and also my Instagram. But there is one video in particular, and it's on YouTube now, that explain a little bit more, and you will get the context of a couple of things that you know, I Gizmo wants to be in my lap. He's really a lap dog, so I didn't keep him over here. And Lily's down there somewhere, but it's too hard to have the two puppies with me while I'm recording. But anyhow, so oh, see, I lost. He's so cute. So anyhow, but I will try to go back to what I was saying. So I wanted to make sure that you got you know, some ideas of what I have gone through, and I wanted to say, first of all, my values, my integrity, that can never change, and that's not something that I can say, oh, I'm gonna be this way and I'm not gonna be this other way. No, from the very beginning, when I explain it in my social media accounts, my website, right, I said, you know, there's weird stuff happening around me. I wasn't the one that caused the you know, homelessness. I don't have any type of addiction. I don't even drink coffee, alcohol. I don't do any prescription drugs, no recreational drugs either. I don't have a mental disease or anything like that. I was having my job, my regular minimum wage job, and also I was living in an apartment, broken down apartment, and then all of this happened. All of these things happened, yeah, that brought me over to the streets in Utah, and then later in Washington, D.C. I've been here for 12 months, 12 months on January the 26th. So anyhow, it's been really hard. People have done terrible things to me. It's been really hard. I never once asked for money, so that's one of the things that I am proud of. People offer me money, and then I say, oh yeah, you can give me money. You know, mainly they wanted to contribute for the food of the puppies, and so I am very grateful. But I didn't cause this issue. But I wanted to, you know, finally tell my story, and I'm gonna be briefly because it doesn't make sense for me to go back and give you so many details and stuff, but you will see the videos. And I just also wanted to say, for all of you that have gone through losses, right, you know that you go through emotions, right, so many emotions that you go through. It's no difference with there's no difference when you become a homeless person, and you will see it in those videos. Now, by the way, I didn't make that many videos because it took me I don't know, several hours to go from one place to another one. There were no you know, outlets for me to connect my phone. Also, I couldn't really record anything because then the battery will drain really fast, or would drain really fast. So I made a few videos. Now I tried to make fun of the situations at times, and at times I was so mad. And you will see it. You will see it real time when I was making those short videos. That's all that I made. And then I'm gonna share more with you now what is happening. So right now you see me in a hotel. This is only temporary. I was in another hotel for about 3 weeks with my puppies, of course, and then now in this hotel we will stay a little bit longer. So we need help, and I don't want to just ask for money. There is a charity. A lady is, I guess, in charge, and they are putting money to help me, and mainly the puppies, and that's what is paying for the hotel. But also, I want to be able to work. Right now, I got my food stamps, as you saw it and saw some of the videos from the summer. But we don't have housing. We don't have an apartment, and even to be in a shelter, you have to be in a waiting list. And there have been, I mean, there I have met people, I don't know if that's true, but they say they have been waiting for years. I don't see a lot of people in the streets though. And then sometimes when I go to shelters, I see the same people at the same shelter, so which is odd, I don't know. But I also have been harassed by so-called other homeless people. I don't know if they're homeless people, but I see them coming out of nice SUVs and then spending some time, and then they go back to the SUVs. I don't know, that's odd. But I have also been fortunate to meet really good people, and I believe some of them that they say they were truly homeless, but they they were there because they have substance abuse problems, and you can tell many of them did. So anyhow, but some of them were nice to me, and they helped me. They share food, they share meals, and personal items with me. So now I don't have any mental problems. I don't have any mental issues. I don't have again addictions or anything like that. And so you question, but if you see one of the videos, and some of those videos they place different labels on me. And when I started my videos, it was all with the idea of uniting people and music from all over the world and all of that. And I spoke a little bit about myself, and I had all of those social media accounts going, and it's just amazing that when I was doing my best, then suddenly this happens, and then I ended up in the streets just because some people, up until now, it's like I have some suspicions, but it's like it's not clear yet. But the more they do things against me, then the more insight I get from what is happening, what is going on. So anyhow, but I am an artist from the very beginning. You saw my videos, you saw my social media. If you go to Panama, that's where I was born, then you can, interview people if you wanted to. I mean, it doesn't matter anymore. But the interesting thing is that from the very beginning, I spent 6 years working from home, even before, COVID hit, right? And so my skin is very white right now. I am like all burned. So after 5 years, I was really 6 years actually. I was really pale, and then my hair was like red, and I was wearing a Russian hat most of the time because in my apartment it had to be kept cold for the computer. Anyhow, so in here they started to, well, in Utah, but they started commenting that I was a Russian spy. When that didn't work and I couldn't speak any Russian, then they said something about being a Chinese spy. That's when I was in DC, because of my eyes, right? And and it's like, okay, I don't speak Chinese. And then later on, then I was a Native American. And then at one point in Utah, they also said that I was really white, that I was too white to be Hispanic. And now I don't even have blue eyes. This is color, If you see my Instagram and you follow me for a while, I have gray hair. Like it's I don't know. But anyhow, I'm just telling you this because it's just funny. At this point, it's just funny. Now, if you go to Latin American, and if you see people in here, Latin people will come in all colors. And there is people that have blue eyes, blonde hair. Their skin is even whiter than me. And guess what? They are not even full Anglos. They are mixed. So it's when you mix, cultures a lot of times, or races, sometimes you come after one of your parents. So if one parent is a certain color, you may be that person color, but yes, you are mixed. So it's like, what is the deal here? I don't know. So from the very beginning, I was like curious about, like, aren't they watching my videos? But the video that I'm talking about, you should go and see it so you understand the context. So also something else, they got into my social media accounts. They, even without me having a boyfriend, they they said that I was married, and then they published a picture of somebody from Asia, I think, Southeast Asia, and they say that yes, I was married, that I was posting videos, and that I wasn't contacting my family, but yet I was contacting people over there, and say what? So all of this happened without me knowing, right? And now we know that you can use artificial intelligence with science, and you can create many videos, right? And then the bad thing is how people that do these sort of things, they ruin people's lives, you know. Look what they tried to do to me. My life is not ruined. I will continue going on, you know. Yours, whoever is doing this or whoever is trying to do this, I don't know. But anyhow, so all of these are things were happening in Utah and then here in DC too. And I was still in the streets, you know, having a hard time providing for my doggies. Many times we were out of food. When I got finally my food stamps after waiting for so long, then I was able to buy food, and then I have to share it with them. And then some people saw me sleeping on the streets, and they offer, money to buy food, or sometimes they will bring the food, which I really appreciate. But it was really hard, I experienced really hard times, but it's okay. We know that this is only a temporary stay at the hotel. And even though I am so grateful, I am not contributing. This is a charity, that's what I've been told. But I want to work. Right now I am waiting for housing. And even to go through housing, you have to go through the shelter system. And the shelter, one of the shelters, you see what happened in the videos. But worse than that, they robbed me. They stole my bag with personal information and a second phone that I had, And so when you go to these places, you expect people to help you, and it's the opposite. And then people that are supposedly in charge are the ones that are in it with some of the people that come and visit. So it's been really hard for me. But another thing, for people that know me from being born in Panama, is that you learn to survive over there, and we were never rich. So people got an idea. If you go again to see my TikTok videos and my Instagram, people say, oh, you look very glamorous, and it's like, yes. And then you realize that that's all makeup. When you take a good shower, you do your hair, and you use makeup, you can look amazing, right? And then if you know how to do your clothing like I do, I know how to sew, right? You can put beautiful outfits together, and then there is editing of videos, right? But I know how to dance. I am an artist. So you can create something that is really beautiful, and people see. The problem, or what happened, is that many people, and I don't know who these people are, they got a wrong idea about me. It's like I was rich or something, and then it's almost like trying to affect me in a way that I will lose everything. Now, something else too. So I don't know why they come up with all of these things about the spying thing, and it's like they even told me that I was too white to be a Latin people or Latin person, and I don't know. It's like, where did you get that from? In the context of what I explained a moment ago, right? We all come in different colors and sizes and I don't know, looks. But I've been in the United States for 39 years. I am an American citizen, right? Naturalized and everything. And the government, right? Many branches of the government have my information. Now, when I came from Utah here, right, seeking answers, I've been to many government agencies in here, right? So they have my information. They know who I am, even in Utah, right? And so it's just odd, it's bizarre, and it's really weird what happened. And here I am, but we're not going to stop in here, and we're not going to be, continue to be victimized and being victims of whoever is doing this. Now, I have to explain this because we need to continue getting help. And somebody told me, well, if you are going to get help, then you cannot just tell people like all of these other things that happen to you. And I say, no, that's not right. You have to tell people the truth. Of course, at this point, it would be a waste of time, giving so many details, but you have to be truth to what happened and what brought me here. Now, moving forward, you will see some of the videos that I did. I didn't have, at times, internet access. My phone battery die, and then I will have to walk like maybe 4 or 5 hours to be able to charge my battery. And then in many instances, the charging will take 4 hours, believe it or not, because it was that slow. So many times I charge my phone, maybe just 32%, enough to read my messages and check my mail, and that's it. And then that will last for like a few minutes, and then I will have to be, I don't know, even a week or 4 weeks without a phone. It's true. So, I wasn't going to be trying to record. That wasn't important. But I did manage to make some few videos, when, I don't know, something really exciting happened. And then that's what I will share with you. But moving forward, as you can see, I am offering the portraits, pencil portraits. And for people that want to donate or help us, then they can actually send me the information. You can contact me later, and then I will tell you how we can go about that. I just don't want people to just offer money to us and then we're not doing anything. Just to tell you the truth, it's been harder here inside the hotel, because at least when you're in the streets, I can take off, walk for 5 hours, right? And then if I am in a different city, then we just sleep in there, and then we're always on the go. When you're in a hotel like we are right now, it's nice. You can watch TV all day long if you want to. You can watch videos and your phone, and you can sleep all that you want. But that's not me. I've been working since I was 6 years old. So I want to make sure that you know me, who I am, and the most important thing, I didn't cause this homeless situation, okay? I don't have any problems with substance abuse, recreational drugs, prescription drugs. I don't even do those. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink alcohol. Once in a while, yes, I may have a little bit of a coffee. I don't even do sodas, So I am a person that was really focused. I had my job, minimum wage. Nevertheless, I was happy there, working for that company for 3 years. And prior to that, all of the other jobs that I have worked has been for a long time. And I was renting an apartment. It was almost falling down. Nevertheless, I was able to, pay for that apartment. So anything. It's weird that all of these things happened, at the end of last year. Well, it has been going on. It was going on for a while, but it really escalated like in September, and then by December, oh, it was terrible. So again, makes you think about things, but right now that's not important. I have moved on from that, but it has been really hard. People have done terrible things. There was a girl that one day she came over and somebody told me, oh, she's a child. She's not a child. She was like a teenager, probably released from a prison or something. She was smoking marijuana, and then she was speeding right there where we were sleeping at a bus stop, and she was actually speeding where my puppies were. And of course I wasn't going to not say anything, and then that escalated, and she pushed me against moving traffic so much that I felt the tires rubbing against my elbow, and the jeans that I was wearing that day, they broke on the ankle. By the way, those jeans were very large, and then I made a skirt out of those jeans because I have to cut it right there where the knee part was. So anyhow, I won't post her video, but I will talk more about that later on. I won't post her face. But the police came, and instead of taking my side, he was specifically taking her side. So anyhow, so I receive a lot of harassment from people, quote unquote, homeless people. They were they were dropped off by SUVs, and then later on you will see them in town, and then they disappear, and then they will go back into the SUVs. And anyhow, people trying to hit me. They would put cigarette butts against my thermal blanket, make several holes, and so it was really hard, but I survived, and I won't be victimized anymore. At the beginning, I was from the very beginning, I've been very scared about my puppies, but I won't do that anymore. Never ever again. And even during this time when this was going on, I stand firm in my belief and my values, but I am not going to let people harass me. It's never been that way. And so some people have told me, sometimes you have to be quiet and don't say anything. Up until a certain extent, they may be right, but you cannot let people, manipulate you, control you, harass you, and especially those people that have, and this goes for people that, are younger, right? Are youth. Don't let anybody blackmail you. And it's easy for some people, some groups, to manipulate and blackmail people that have problems with substance abuse and other addictions. So if you're a young person, please don't get into that. I don't have any problem, and look what I ended up. But being in the streets shows you a lot of things that a lot of people are going through, and some of them are younger people. They fall prey of these other people that don't have any, they don't have a good agenda in their hands. Let's put it that way. They can control these other people because it's easy for some to, offer alcohol and drugs, and then have all these other people doing whatever the bad people want them to do. So anyhow, I don't know, like, if exactly what happened or what took place, but if you go back to the dancing video in TikTok, it also explains how, they label me as a, racist person, which I am not. And I don't know, again, if this has anything to do with me being homeless, but it shouldn't, because I'm not. If anything, when I started my social media account, is to unite people. I am an artist. I am a performer, right? I dance. Anything that has to do with art, I do it, right? And I've been doing it since I was 6 years old. So I don't get involved in anything else that is bad and that divides people. No, it's the opposite with me. Anything that unites people, that's what I go for. So I just wanted to explain a little bit, because again, it has been such a long time. Now, in my social media accounts, I think people got the wrong idea. And I would like to say, just like I did before you affect the life of a person, you should carefully check on them, their credentials, where they live and all of that. And then if somebody is, maybe, because some people have told me that, oh, you're just too good. No, I am not too good. I have values and integrity, right? That's me. I cannot change that. If you don't have values and integrity, then I don't know if you're comparing yourself with me and saying that I'm good. Are you bad then? I don't know. You answer that question, right? But do not be jealous of other people, right? You are capable of doing great things, just like I do, right? I started when I was a little girl. And so don't compare yourself to anybody. Don't let anybody harass you, manipulate you, or control you, or anything like that. But also, this is a big world full of creativity and ideas. If you really want to be that way, don't try to be anybody else that you are not. But mainly, do not affect other people, because what goes around comes around full force. Okay? And it's not right that we are in this situation in here, but maybe these people that did this didn't count that I was born in Panama, of all places, right? And it was, my upbringing over there was really hard, but really beautiful. That's where my strength, right, my will comes from. And so, this was just a little test, but because I live in Panama, I was able to survive all that I have survived here in the streets with my 2 puppies. So you don't have control over us, whoever is doing this. But for the people that have been helping, right, to the charity, if that's what you are doing, then I appreciate that you have done that. We still need more help, and that's why, if you want to contribute and get the portraits, I'll be happy to do them. This is part of what I do since I've been, I have been very, very, very young. So I love to do that. And if you wish to donate, even when you don't want the portraits, then that's even better for me, right? But we still need help. It's going to be a while before we get any housing. Right now I receive the food stamps, and for that I need to do certification every so often. But the main thing is the home. I know this is only temporary, so in a couple of weeks then, or in the summer, we might have to go back to where the streets where I already been, so no big deal, right? um, but anyhow, thank you so much for watching, and I love you all. And for all of these people that have prayed for me, that have think about me, and that for the ones that said like, oh, we know her, she's not like that, right? Thank you so much, because Jens, you know me, you know the real me, and I appreciate you. So thank you so much, and I will see you around. Bye.